Welcome to the video. Today we are going to be installing the Fastway System 3 stabilizer on this Yamaha YZ250FX. We'll go over some of the details and setup on how to get it to fit perfectly on the bike. Alright, so as you can see on this Yamaha, I've gone ahead and taken off the upper triple clamp. And while it was off, took the forks off and I have greased my steering stem bearings. Kind of a good idea since you've gone this far. Might as well take the extra 5 minutes, check them out, clean it all up. So, triple clamps off, everything up to here, pretty straightforward and easy. Now would be the time you start actually assembling all the pieces for the stabilizer. One thing I did on this bike, and Fastway recommends it for a lot of their bikes, is in here, there's usually, you can kind of see some of the remnants, just little bumps and ridges from the casting, and it goes all around the bike. So what I did, I just took a file, filed it smooth so that you're going to have the best clamping surface for the neck. So now the reason we did that is this is going to be your stabilizer post. There's going to be a longer post because we are running an over the bar stabilizer setup. And the reason that I went ahead and filed all this smooth is you can see within here, you have a lot of little machined ridges. Now those ridges are going to actually hold on to the frame when it's clamped down. So for installing this guy, it's pretty simple and straightforward. On your air box here, you're going to want to loosen up and remove this 8mm bolt. And you can see this is machined out for a spot for that to go through. Lift up the air box and just pop her on. Might need to open the clamp up a little to get it to want to slide in. If so, you can just gently pry it open and nicely work it down. Make sure that gets it flush and that your holes in here are lining up. Take your time with this, get it perfect, because if this does not seat right onto the bike, then this may wiggle a little and it's not going to provide the services it's supposed to. Now that the clamp is fully seated on the neck, we can go ahead and tighten up our bolt that's going to lock it in on the front. And then clamp down on the front here. Again, you're going to need this to be snug on the neck. You do not want your clamp shifting at all, because if your clamp moves, then it is taking away the dampening of the stabilizer. And kind of work these two back and forth, just in case one shifts as you do the other. One thing to keep in mind, even with using a little bit of Loctite on here, you have access to it at any time. So check it from time to time, just make sure it doesn't get loose and that everything stays nice and solid up there. Okay, so now we are ready to reinstall the upper triple clamp. When you order the stabilizer, you're going to get a replacement washer for the bike from Fastway. The one on top is the one from Fastway and the one below is the stock. So as you can tell, it is just a hair difference. I want to say it's 1.5 millimeters. It's different, but it's not much difference. If you are one of those that is very, very finicky with your suspension and your fork height, you are going to want to keep in mind that this, because it is taller than this, is going to raise up that upper clamp, and that is going to throw off your measurements for the top of your stabilizer, or I'm sorry, the top of your suspension, your forks. So if you normally run it with, let's say, 5 millimeters showing from the top of your clamp to the top of the fork, adding this, you're going to need to take into account the difference in the height here, because that is going to move your clamp up. If you move your forks up to match, you're now running them up even more. Just something to keep in mind. And tighten the nut. Okay, so next up with this is now going to be the stabilizer. Again, I am running an over the bar mount. If we were running an under the bar, we would actually get spacers to go in here, lift it up, and a whole new kind of system for it. Because I'm running an over the bar, I'm running the Fastway V1 upper clamp. Makes it one nice solid piece here, so your bars typically cannot twist within the clamps here. And it provides nice mounting for the handguards, freeing up a lot of space on top of your bars. So the biggest with this now is you just want to take your time, get everything lined up perfectly. As you can see here, my post is way too tall. It is not going to work, so we're going to have to get that to go down. And the post is adjustable. You just need to get it to go down past the ring there. And use a dead blow hammer. Just give it some love taps. Okay, so we had a little bit of an issue and had to get a hold of Fastway because I got the wrong part in to finish the job. I ordered in this post right here, which was what their website recommended. After I got in everything and was having issues with the install, noticed that the part number they called for was actually this guy. And you can see here, it is quite a bit difference in the height. So got a hold of Fastway. They took care of it right away. Amazing customer support with them. So very, very happy with that. So now we can go ahead and finish the install and get it all set up. Okay, so from here, it is pretty much all just plug and play. It's going to go together pretty simple. Just going to take the stabilizer, put it on our mounting plate. Slightly get one of those started. On this, don't go crazy and tighten one side up all the way while the other's still pretty loose. Torque these down pretty evenly. It's going to just help it be nice and smooth when it's actuating on this post. And there you have it. I mean, the stabilizer is installed. So pretty easy to do, straightforward. You'll see here that I have a little bit of a gap in the front and back of the post here, because as this moves, you'll see it does pivot and slide a little in there. So you want some room for adjustments. If you had your stabilizer moved all the way forward or back to where this post was resting on the edges here, it would not perform as it should. And there it is. So you'll see we've got movement going around, and if I grab the bars really hard, you had to stop there. It wants to resist from going. All right, so that was installation of the Fastway stabilizer on the Yamaha YZ250FX. As you can see, it's pretty straightforward and easy, not a lot to it. You can do this with basic hand tools, and your first time doing it would probably take about an hour. After that though, you'd have this thing done in about 20 minutes. There's really not a whole lot to it. If you have any questions though about this or any troubles you're running into installing it, please leave a comment below. Love to give you any other tips or advice. And if you have any different tips for me, please leave them below. Always love to learn something new. So that's all I got for today. Until next time, I will see you later.